Hey, Devious Army, we're here for another recap of Devious Maids, War and Peace. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I don't really like Flow Rider, but I really just like this song.
I can get into this song.
I think it just reminds me of you guys and doing the show. Anyways. Hey, Devious Army, we're back again for another episode. This one entitled War and Peace. Yeah, right? It was War and Peace. I'm your host, Francesca. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA. And I'm here with my lovely host.
Hi, guys. It's Candy Buenrostro. You can find me on... Where can you find me on? Snapchat, Twitter, Candy Buen. Yes.
Everywhere.
You can find me, it's Laila Sadny. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laila Sadny.
Yay! And before we get into this really good episode, I just wanted to do a little word from our sponsors. So men, if you're watching, cover your earmuffs. Okay, this is for the ladies. There's this awesome new tampon called Lola, and it's 100% cotton with no chemicals, no additives.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All natural.
Yeah.
All natural, exactly. And the best thing about this is it's like a subscription as well. So I don't know if you guys had this happen where you're like, surprise, oh my God, I'm out of tampons, now I gotta go to the store, like
Every
awkward.
month.
Yeah.
I think everyone's been in that situation.
Right? So this time you can get them shipped. You can pick your frequency of how often you get the pack, so then you don't have to worry about it. You can pick the assortment. They come in a cute little box. There's 18, and so you can pick like the
flow
size, you know? But it's made by women for women.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really awesome. So if you guys are interested in that, which you should be because it just makes life easier, it's mylola.com, and you get 60% off if you put the keyword buzz.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Check it out, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, especially because it has the different kind of flow.
You can pick it.
Like light, heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
Super
Super duper.
Super tampon. Okay, guys, you can take off your earmuffs.
Okay.
We're back. We're back to really hot, devious women now. So this episode I really liked it. I felt like there was a lot going on. I kind of feel like we know a little bit more who the killer might be, but we'll get into that a little later.
No, we do not know who the killer is.
It's never that obvious. We've learned this, so.
We do not know who the killer is. I come to find with the show, if they're making it obvious, it is not usually the case.
There's more to what meets the eye.
But
let us know what y'all think.
I know, yeah, okay. Let us know. I think we should have the live chat going, so if you guys want to join in, just let us know.
Francesca, last week a fan did note about the coffee.
Coffee, yes.
Yes, that was very smart. I don't know who you are, but
I forgot the name,
we could look it up. But that was very smart, because I was watching it, and I was like, there's something in his coffee, like truth serum or something.
I think it's some sort of drug. He's drugging him every time. I think he gives it to him, and then his memory goes out, and whatever Ben, or I think his name, tells him, I think he just repeats. I think it's something sort of drug like that.
Yes, Ben. So whatever, Ben's putting in Mr. Spence's coffee.
Stop drinking the coffee, Spence.
I know, right?
Stop.
And someone said that on our YouTube comments as well as Twitter. So I can't believe we didn't catch that either, because it was very obvious, and they even show it for the preview for next week.
And it was
Ben pushes the coffee.
Correct, and it was also when we first meet Ben, he gave him coffee too. So
sneaky.
Sneaky.
So Spence is in jail because he confessed to murdering Harry, but we don't know who really did it yet, right? But anyways, so Rosie goes in to talk to him, and the issue is Tucker, right? That's Tucker.
Yep.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. And he's worried about Tucker, which is nice because I haven't really heard him since like season 1 or 2.
He lets us know that the sister is the nice one, so Lord knows what that means, because Harry was a little biatch. So I'm excited to see what the season brings.
How up crazy she is. Yeah.
She when she came on, she just she made me uncomfortable. She was so awkward and weird. Like, not her acting, or I'm not saying anything like that, but just like she played it so well. Her character. I'm just person made me like just awkward and uncomfortable.
She's someone you would see at the Whole Foods in Beverly Hills, like complaining about her green drink, throwing a shoe, because that really happened one time. A woman threw her chocolate at the person who made her juice wrong. So she's someone that would be throwing her chocolate.
Did they forget the kale or something?
Yeah. It wasn't green enough. Yeah. I don't know if you guys out there know, but that's actually Mr. Spence's wife in real life.
Yeah.
So, but so she comes in. But do you guys feel like, you said she was like kind of awkward? Like you could tell she was faking her like sadness. Like it was obvious she was masking something.
Yeah.
But at first I thought she wasn't even the sister. Like because she was so suspicious.
Yeah.
But obviously, like you said, Mr. Spence said, I like just calling him Mr. Spence, said he's like the evil one. Mr. Spence. And she's totally just concerned about the house.
Yeah, because I'm not even gonna start predictions. No, she has the house with, if we see at the end of the episode, which we'll get to later, we see her with someone who's conspirating.
Wait, I love how she tells Jesse, "Oh, do you come with the house?"
She's like, please.
But but shout outs to Rosie for like wiggling her way in there to.
Well, she was motherly. She knew he needed his lovey.
Rosie is always in every season like the little investigator. Like she missed her calling. She should have worked for the FBI or something.
Right? No, she should. And she finally, I like how she was saying, I'm going to go talk to his alibi. She like wasn't saying Cinnamon, because like saying Cinnamon, a stripper, just seems so like not crediting. I mean, even the police told her like, a stripper, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Poor Cinnamon.
Right? What do you think happened to her? I guess we can...
Predictions. Right?
I mean, she was made into a Cinnabon.
Do you think?
Sorry, bad humor.
Do you think that they actually killed her? Do you think they just like?
Well, he did say, Ben, that she went up in flames, so maybe.
Jeez, maybe he like lit her car on fire.
That'd be so
sad. She's just trying to make a living,
right?
Getting off work after a long shift,
flipping her hair,
feet are killing her. She wants a drink, go home, put her feet up. Damn it!
And now
I feel you, Cinnamon.
Take a bubble bath, light some candles.
Right? What are we gonna do after this show? Exactly. Oh yeah, I don't. Let's see. Oh, okay. The live chat, we're talking about a little bit more predictions, so we'll wait to talk about those towards the end. But yeah, Cinnamon, she's gone, and that was Rosie's alibi. Rosie goes to talk to her, and the bouncer's like, she hasn't come in.
Yeah, so Rosie, when she's talking to Spence in prison, there's that prison guard that is obviously an inside connection for Ben. And I mean that you don't know that, but that's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
and
no, it's true.
Yeah, so he's got people all over.
And then Melissa Stewart, we can get into that at the end, but I'm on your, I'm on your team. I think Perry saw them hooking up before.
Right. Because why else would she have that reaction?
Yeah. That actually is a good point.
We'll get to that.
Good job, Melissa. Good job.
Yeah. I thought was cute with Rosie's character today was Jesse called her the Mexican Maria Poppins.
Writers, that was genius. We were like cracking. I was so cute.
Genius.
Yes.
But yeah, so Rosie, Rosie's concerned about Tucker and concerned because Shannon's just like we said, whatever. She's only worried about the house.
She was talking about giving him a Xanax, the kid.
Right. She didn't get a green drink. So she's going to give the kid Xanax. No, I'm just kidding. And Jesse's kind of in on helping Rosie, like really, get Tucker and take over the situation because he hides the lovey so that Rosie can give it to Tucker.
That's cute.
And so she's going to keep Rosie around. Which she should be.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I am liking seeing scenes with Jesse and Rosie together. I kind of like
they play off well.
Yeah.
Jesse, so we talked about with Curtis how they're switching up relationships. So that's really cute with Jesse and Rosie. But then we see Jesse and Daniela now. So we see this storyline starting where they bump into each other at the bar, and he's like, don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you didn't let me in the party. Well, let me make it up to you.
You know what that means.
Carmen's gonna find him coming out of the bedroom just like that was hilarious though, that one guy comes out of the bedroom and then another second guy comes out of the bedroom.
Like, don't judge me.
Scandalous.
I just feel bad for Carmen because she wants to be.
She has that motherly instinct, but she's holding back because she wants to be like the cool friend.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
she's like, I'm cool. Yeah.
But it's like eating at her because she sees what the path she's going down.
Well, and she also probably sees a lot of herself in her. Like, when she's like, when she was younger, she's like, no.
But Mr. Powell did have a good point. He's like, look how well you turned out. You didn't have any guidance at her age. So.
She's like, yeah.
Mr. Powell always knows the right words to say at the right time.
He was on fire this episode.
On fire.
So I'm like, me and Candice are screening it, and that scene with him and Evelyn at the restaurant about the divorce, him describing how broke she's gonna be.
Grocery shopping.
The whole time I'm sitting here, I'm like, he is genius. Like, he is seriously so good. Amazing. Peanut butter.
Why would I be grocery shopping?
Yeah.
I don't eat peanut butter. You do now.
He painted such a nice picture. Like,
it's hilarious. He said, you're going to have coin purses. She's like, coin purses? And he's like, yeah, because you're going to keep your coins in them. And he's like, but I throw those away.
Yeah, I mean, the writing in that scene was incredible and just
so
awesomely
good.
acted, of course.
So good. That drama, I thought that was hilarious. She goes to use her card, and we see the scene with Evelyn when her card declines. It's right after Marisol says that Genevieve is like having people fire the maids to get back at her. So I thought Genevieve was doing that to Evelyn, but it was Adrian being...
Yeah, he cut her off.
He's like, this is how it's going to be, so you better come back to me.
He cut her off and he changed the code there to get into the house.
Right?
She couldn't even get into her house.
And he picked his pimp cane.
Pimp with a limp.
She's like, yellow makes you look like a pimp. Okay, yellow it is.
He's awesome.
no,
He's my hero.
He's funny. Pimp cane. And what did we were talking about this right before we started. He said that Evelyn has resting murder face.
Yeah.
Instead of resting bitch face, she has resting murder face.
The writing is just so on point, and it relates to real life too. Like even how he's talking about the coupons, the peanut butter, like the tuna. I was texting her earlier. I was at the 99-cent store getting my pink Mexican soap.
We had a talk. We had a conversation today about 99-cent wine.
The wine. I'm like, because y'all have had that thought, and I'm like.
That's $2 Chuck and Trader Joe's,
That's
right?
what I said. I'm like, well, you've scraped like $2 more together. You can buy $2 Chuck at least to stuff up.
I mean, you're not gonna die if you try the 99-cent wine. I was like, the thought has crossed my mind. I'm sure it's crossed other people's, but yes, it relates. All the writing relates to real life.
It's real. We all can't have money like Zoila.
Oh, Zoila.
But no, for next episode of shows. Mrs. Powell saying, keep it rural. What did she say? It's tough being poor. Like, what was the line she said?
Didn't she say, like, right, chicas or something?
Oh, my gosh. I missed that.
She's hanging with the maids now. Awesome.
I mean, she might need a job. She might need to hit up Marisol's...
could you imagine her as a maid?
Oh, my... Adrian would get a kick out of that.
I don't think she'll ever have to be a maid, but...
What could you guys see her as?
Evelyn?
Yeah, you guys tweet. What do you guys think? Yeah, if she had to get a job.
That's good.
Oof.
That she could actually be good at.
I just don't think she'd ever want to work.
Yeah.
Maybe like a nanny, childcare, because she's really good.
She
with
likes kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did like the kids. That's right.
Yeah, maybe something with kids. Maybe.
No,
I almost said teacher, but no, I don't know about that.
not
There's
at
something
all.
with kids.
She'd
Maybe.
try to like buy all the kids she liked or something and adopt them all.
She would only like the kids that brought her gifts.
Yeah.
Like, teacher's pets.
Yeah, it's so like interesting, like to think about like the backstory of the characters, like years and years ago before they are who they are
Yeah.
now. Like, what was she like wanting to do when she was younger?
Right. What she said when she went to go talk to the lawyer who was like playing with those balls, which would be so annoying too.
Yeah.
But she said most of that money is mine from my family, so she's come from money and she's.
So wait, did they not sign a prenup? Because if you signed
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I mean, clearly he has the financial control because he cut her off, and now he's taking every lawyer in the area, so she can't even get someone to help her.
No, he's gonna make her life hell.
But I mean, why wouldn't you expect that?
But Carmen did have a point, though. She embedded in his head, you're not going to get her back by pissing her off.
Mm-hmm. But you think he...
No, but I think they have such a twisted relationship that's how they work. I really do. I think that's how he's gonna get her back.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. For a second, I thought when they were introducing the lawyer that it might have been like a possible love interest, but they shut that down really fast.
She could always, she always could go like marry someone else with money.
It'd just be another lady of Beverly Hills.
No, Genevieve. No, there's no other Genevieve. She's the one and only.
No.
Genevieve has her own money.
Yeah.
So we find out in this episode Genevieve is doing all this because she really misses Zoila. Mm-hmm. And we see also Zoila really doing everything because she kind of feels alone, so she's making this other life. So it was, we kind of got a feeling of like what everyone's going through even more this episode, you know?
Yeah, they're both alone, but they both really just need each other.
I know. They just need to be back.
They will be. They'll kiss and make up.
They just need to be.
They just need a little space.
More therapy.
Yeah. Need a break. And then, you know.
It's like a real relationship.
Right. It is. But, you know, as I say, it was very funny to see Genevieve, like, do all those, like, evil things to Marisol with, like, such a smile on her face. Just, like, so kind and just so evil at the same time. I loved it.
Like, I made a reservation.
She's like, no, you didn't.
No. And she's like... Peter comes. So we find out the reason that we thought something happened with Peter because she was like, he's the one that got away, and like I really like him. But it turns out she cheated on him.
Yeah, you felt bad for Genevieve. Like, why did he just leave her?
Right. And then you find out she's just being a brat. You know, a brat who's used to getting her way. So Marisol at first was like, I'm not gonna be mean and do things back, even though, what was it, Carmen that had her little book of like, who was it?
Carmen had her little notebook of revenge. Yeah.
But she ended up doing it, and I loved it how the hairdresser like played it up like, oh, my mom or whoever used to be a maid, but she got fired from this rich bitch.
Yeah.
And
that was a good scene.
Green hair. I think it really fits her, you know.
Hey, that's in style now, so yeah.
Genevieve can pull anything off.
She can rock it for a little while.
She can rock it. So who was she? She was talking with, yeah, they had a truce, right? Her and Marisol. I kind of missed part of that scene, so.
Yeah, they did. She tells her that reason why
Peter knew that she cheated.
And the reason why she wants him back is because she is so lonely, and I think she's just grasping at like anything, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So she's needs Zoila.
Do you think, how long do you think that green's going to take to get out of here?
I'll be gone by
next week. Yeah. And then and then we see at the end with Marisol, Evelyn thinks that she's moving in. And you got to think about how poor she is because I only have the clothes on my body and the 17 Louboutin bags in my car.
Yeah. Yeah. Evelyn's timing though. Poor Marisol's about to like get it on.
I'd love to see Mrs. Powell at like Crossroads or Buffalo Exchange trying to like sell everything and then getting pissed off because they don't give you anything. They don't give you market value at all.
They give you like $10 for
something worth like
something designer.
Yeah. Oh, that would be hilarious. Writers.
Oh my god, if they make her like all in these poor quote unquote situations.
I feel like that in itself could be its own show.
Oh, yeah.
Spin-off.
Evelyn's Poor Adventures.
We know what you guys are doing.
So really fast with Zoila. So we see Kyle wasn't in this episode. He was off on family business, which is weird because of how we left the other episode with him and his mom.
I just think something like, I get like a weird feeling about the mom. Like, not even that, like, okay, it's creepy that the mom's at the house and she lives with them. I think there's like some other like.
What if they're not really like son, like, not really his mom, and they're doing some like criminal activity?
I get some weird vibe with that whole thing, and with her, and then her being all friends with Zoila now.
Right.
Like she's I don't know. Something's going on there.
Yeah, for sure something's going on. But yeah, I never even thought about like them not really literally being family. But I don't know. So many possibilities.
Maybe they're the killers.
He could be like incognito with his glasses, trying to be a different.
Well,
identity.
and didn't that scene? I think it was the last episode. Carmen and Zoila were talking, and Zoila's like, he lives with his mother. And Carmen said, "Dump him. What do you want to end up skinned and like under like?" So he's like a serial killer. So she could be right.
She could be. I don't know, but he was gone, and Mom was there, and Mama Frances invites her to Zoila to this little charity event. Yeah. And Zoila keeps like slipping up on her character, like $1,000 a plate, you know, like, oh my god, a private jet. Oh, I mean, you know, whatever. I was actually worried for a second that if she went, people would be like, you're not,
because
so and so. But
Beverly Hills, that whole little clique is so small. If she was Genevieve's maid for years and years and years, wouldn't people know her because she's Genevieve? Like,
no, because they don't pay attention to the help. They just see like the trays coming out. The faces are just kind of blurred.
Yeah,
probably.
and then I guess when you take her, like she's like in a maid outfit, and then when she's all dressed up, then they might not.
Put two and two together.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Like Maid in Manhattan with J-Lo when she fell in love with that guy.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
All time.
Like, no joke.
So and so I thought when Frances came to her and was like, there's a problem. I've been talking with some of the ladies. I thought they were going to
say,
find out that she wasn't, that she was a maid. But she's like, you're not extending the invitation back, so I'm throwing you a party. Just, you have maids, right? Like, make sure your maids do the party. So she asks Carmen to help out. And then that just ends up in an awkward situation because we have Daniela who's like going rogue with her partying and her boys and smoking and all that. She bumps into Frances, right? And spills on her
she's
French.
Drunk and she, they get in a little
altercation.
Yeah.
And Zoila has to keep up her act and, doesn't take Carmen's side.
I think Carmen should have just apologized.
She just went along with it.
Yeah.
She should just apologize for Daniela.
Yeah.
Right. And Zoila said, too, you were the one who convinced me to, like, put on this act, so you can't be mad. And she paid her, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think, in a sense, she's a little jealous.
I think so.
Yeah, because you know what? She is kind of, like, the only one who hasn't had a, like, non-maid life. I mean, she had her little stint with the singer, right? But
who, Carmen?
Yeah. But, Rosie was married to Spence, and so she had that taste, and Marisol wasn't even really a maid in general, and I was like, so she's the only one that's still kind of really a maid and, like, not really had any of her dreams. So, yeah, I could see definitely her being jealous.
That's a good point. Yeah, Zoila has it made with her job. She's living at this house.
We know this isn't going to last forever, so my brain is just spinning on how she's going to get out it.
I want to know who her boss is, like who the real owner of the house is.
Right?
Yeah, I'll be interested.
That's going to be fun if she comes
she's gonna
home.
catch her doing something there in that house, like, I don't know, in her outfits or whatever. Making out with the guy.
Getting it in.
Throwing a party at another party. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and then at the end we see Carmen. Carmen finally confronts Daniela about how she's acting, and Daniela's like, "You're not my mom." She's like, even though biologically, yes, she is. She's like, "You're right," and calls her sister. Right?
Yeah,
it's her
yeah,
sister.
she does.
And
her cousin, I think.
Her cousin, Josefina, and she's gonna come in the next episode. And I love it because I'm totally binge watching Orange is the New Black, and she's in Orange is the New Black. So, I know, I'm excited. What else was
predictions?
Did we miss anything now? No,
I don't think so.
no, I think resting murder face. Okay, predictions.
And the hobo was.
Oh, yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz
I wrote that
TV
somewhere.
predictions.
Okay, I mean, this is what we've really been waiting for.
Yeah.
Predictions. So I was going through Twitter and like looking at all the Devious Maids hashtags and seeing, and someone had tweeted before I got to the end of the episode that maybe Shannon is dating Ben, and they worked it. And then we see at the end, Shannon and Ben are.
Yeah. I don't think that they kill Perry because it's too obvious. And we've learned throughout the seasons if it's it's not.
I don't think they directly killed her. I think they worked with someone that had her killed, though.
I disagree.
I don't know. I do think, though, that I bet you that's what she saw. That doesn't necessarily mean that was the killer, but I do think she walked in on Ben and her sister together. And even though he was just her manager, it kind of looked like they had like a
He was really like touchy-feely with Perry, too. Yeah.
Maybe Ben, that he's just trying to, maybe her sister's married or something, or has another life, and she can't be outed, but that she's having an affair with Ben. I don't think they're killers, though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Ben, because he did do something with Cinnamon, but maybe he just took her out of state, put her at a different strip club.
put her in stripper witness protection program or something.
It's real. Poor Cinnamon. We don't know.
Cinnamon.
She's gonna show up at the end.
I hope so.
I mean, that's Spence's only alibi.
It is.
And yeah, I don't know. So I do think that's what Perry saw when she opened the door.
So now now that Cinnamon's missing, Rosie's gonna go on the hunt for her.
Probably. She's gonna keep up detective.
Cinnamon's face is gonna be on milk cartons.
Plastered to all the trees.
I don't know. I think there's something weird going on with the name. I forgot his name.
Kyle.
Kyle and his mother.
What do you think it is, though?
I don't think that's his mom.
No, okay.
I agree with her. I get a vibe that it's not his mom too. It's too put on that we're this close, that this is my son, and the whole act. It's something weird's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, and then you know how she said the other episode, like, this is not our plan. Like, this is not what I planned for you. So she.
Oh yeah, because she said, she's not the right one for you or something.
So
then why if she thinks she's not the right one for her him, why is she being so nice to
Or maybe they're con artists and they go and they like find like little rich neighborhoods around like the country, New York, LA, and he marries them and he takes off with their money.
Right. Well,
and then she has no money.
Tricks on you.
Well, I kind of feel like if this is the case, which I could see that, I kind of feel like she's going to realize that Zoila isn't really rich. Because especially like today in the episode, you know, Zoila kept slipping up and saying like things like I said, like a maid, private jet, what? And you know, because I'm rich. Yes, of course I have maids because I'm rich. So I'm thinking she might catch on.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think she really listens to Zoila when she talks.
No?
I just think it's kind of like an act.
So how soon do we think Spence is going to get out of jail? Do you think he's going to stay in jail?
I don't think anytime soon.
He's going to be there the whole season?
Probably the whole season, yeah.
In the ending, he's going to get out.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I mean, if, say, Cinnamon is gone, how do you think that they're going to clear Spence?
By proving Ben is doing something shady.
Or is someone else going to accidentally drink the coffee or something? And there has to be something in that coffee.
I want to know what's in that coffee.
But Ben, he just has like his like connections everywhere. He was able to get in the the police station. He has the police guy guard like his.
You're like, who is this guy? Like, I want to know what he does. Like, he has all these connections.
Right? Was he really Perry's manager, or was that because you know he convinced that he was Spence's sponsor? And at first I was confused about that too. Actually, I don't know when he said he was a sponsor, I'm like, was that really his sponsor? But then we see him tell Rosie like, I thought I've known him for years, and she's like, no, you know. So maybe he wasn't even Perry's manager.
I don't know.
So yeah, what is his real deal, Holyfield?
Let us know what y'all think. Tweet us.
Lurking in the shadows somewhere. Yeah. That's all I know.
He's creepy.
I wouldn't want to see him in a dark alley.
End up like Cinnamon.
Tase him.
Ow. What do you think about Daniela since her mom? Like, what do you think is going to happen with that?
Oh, with her mom coming to get her?
Yeah. Do you think?
I don't think she's going to leave. I think she's going to be on the show. I think she's going to stay. I think she's going to find out that Carmen is her real mother soon, probably.
Oh, and speaking of Daniela, she's going to be on the show next week.
Yay.
Sol Rodriguez. Yes. She will be here next week. So yes, you guys have to watch, and we can hopefully next week there will be a lot to
tweet us your
deal
questions.
with her, and we can get to the nitty gritty of her character. But yeah, I don't think she's going anywhere either. But I'm wondering how she's going to find out that Carmen is her mom.
Maybe Carmen will tell her.
Mm-hmm.
I think if she finds out that it needs to come from Carmen,
or maybe the cousin.
She kept that. I don't know, because she kept that the whole her whole life. I think that Carmen needs to tell her.
Right. What about I've been having a lot of brain farts tonight, guys.
It's this weather, we're melting.
Ooh, I know it's hot here in Southern California.
It's
for
118 today in the valley.
Yes, it's crazy hot. If you guys are somewhere where it's cooler, I envy you. Yes. What do you think is gonna happen with Jesse and getting involved with Dan? Like, what kind of trouble do you see coming because of Marisol?
I think Danny's gonna cause trouble for Jesse, because Jesse seems like he has like
Oh, his like stuff together.
Stuff together, and Danielle is kind of like a little hurricane.
She is.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, she's gonna start messing with his
especially because he had a relationship with Marisol. You know, it was like a grown-up relationship, and here comes this. You know, hey guys,
I just want to party.
Yeah, party. I don't think he's gonna be having that.
No. What about do you think I was gonna say Suzy Lucy. Do you think Genevieve and Marisol are really gonna have a truce, or
I think so now.
Yeah.
I would like to see more fun stuff interactions though.
I think Marisol's gonna probably help maybe make her and Zoila kind of make up.
That would be nice.
Yeah. She's like, I'd get her off my back.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I am really excited for next week.
Me too.
Yes.
It's a good episode.
It was a great episode. And I'm really excited for next week for Soul to be here.
It will be lots of fun.
Yes. Anything else you guys want to add?
I'm good.
Good. We'll see y'all next week. Tweet us your questions.
Yes, tweet us what you if you have any questions for Soul, and we want to know what you think is really going down with this murder, and we'll talk about it next week. Laila, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Laila Sadny.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I'm really good at Snapchat, guys. Candybuen, CANDIEBUEN.
Yep, and you can find me Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.